that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older.
You know, it has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money.
Just a number for the Filipino icon. As the news spreads for Pacquiao's unmatched dedication, while others question the risks of taking on a young, reactions from boxing greats are pouring in, with many expressing admiration for boxing legends around the world are buzzing with excitement and disbelief. Pacquiao announces his return to the ring at 46 years old to face rising star last professional bout, proving once again that age is a dangerous opponent like Barrios, known for his lightning speed and relentless fighting style, is stepping back into the spotlight years after his last.
You named Manny Pacquiao, you clickbait in the name, he's 44 years old. Is there genuinely a chance of Manny Pacquiao versus Conor Benn? Have you spoken to anyone from Manny's team?
I mean, you know, maybe I'm clickbaiting. Maybe watch this space.
And if the WBC clear Conor, do you still have to go to the British Boxing Board, or would they have to just be governed by whatever the WBC say?
No, I mean, ultimately, it depends on the ruling on the test.
Lawrence Okoli apparently has given up his UK residency, and I'm assuming it's for tax benefits in the UAE. Would you recommend that to any of the young fighters coming up? Is that a good idea?
I mean, it's a very cloudy situation.
Looking down the card, which fight do you think we're more likely to potentially see an upset? Because the bookies have got the home fighters quite big favourites.
I promise you, someone from the away corner will win tomorrow night.
Is there any chance that the Irish government may help you out with the funding for that venue, do you think, or is that completely out there?
Yeah, I think it's
Nearly 4 years after his last professional bout, turned to the boxing ring at age 46, his enduring passion and legendary status. Others express concern over the risk of boxing at age 46, set to face Mario Barrios, has Manny Pacquiao's announcement of his return to professional elicited a spectrum of reactions from the boxing community. While some admire risks associated with such a comeback, Pacquiao is poised to make a remarkable return. Reserve the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for July 19th, suggesting 12th. However, reports indicate that Premier Boxing Pacquiao's completion of his Senate campaign in the Philippines, which concludes on May, Mario Barrios in July 2025, facilitated by WBC regulation.
Which contemporary fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big-time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational his last fight. Oh, it's sensational. No fighter, and you as my witness, as any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looked more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
Because no.
What? I ain't hear you, Mike. What'd you say?
That you don't know much about boxing.
Getting a little uncomfortable up here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rios.
Joe Rogan, a prominent commentator and podcaster, voiced apprehension about Pacquiao's return. He remarked, "This is dangerous," highlighting the potential health risks for Pacquiao at this stage in his life and career. Rogan emphasized the physical demands of boxing and questioned the prudence of returning to the ring after a significant hiatus.
Like as if Manny Pacquiao in the middle of his prime said, "I am going to fight MMA." That would be insane. And you'd probably get his face kicked off. Probably get strangled, probably get taken down, strangled, and he would be helpless. It's a different skill set. There's so much more to MMA. To me, it's more exciting to watch.
Former world champion and longtime associate of Manny Pacquiao's return to boxing. While acknowledging the commercial appeal of a potential bout, Khan has indicated that he would consider returning to the ring to face Pacquiao, provided that Khan has voiced concerns about the motivations behind such a comeback. If you can...
And Manny got in touch with me as well. Manny was like, "Shall we do a fight? Shall we?" Like, he's quite serious about it. He was like, "Shall we make a fight happen?" I go, "Listen, if you can get a funder, if you can get someone like a Turkey Al Sheikh on board, then why not?"
There's no, I mean, that must be able to be made. That I mean, surely
you do that for the right money, right?
Massive. Look, we've had our best days, and I think a fight like that would definitely sell. I mean, Manny having a massive Philippine fan base and all around the world, really, and then obviously myself, I've got a decent fan base as well, so I think it will definitely sell, and people would like to see, when people make comebacks, I mean, people always like to see them, see how the fight's going to be, and me and Manny are probably in the same position. We'd be both being retired for like 3-4 years. I think it will make a good fight.
And you're only 38 as well. I mean, so we've seen boxers older than that getting back into the ring. I mean, it's still at a good age where you certainly could box again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at George Foreman, the late George Foreman. You know, he was a great champion, and he came back. I think he must have been in his late 40s when he come back and won a world title as well. So look, in boxing, it's always that one punch. And at the same time, though, guys, is that I look back and think, do I need to get back in the ring again? You know, we've always been prize fighters. I've always taken punches to the head. It could just be that one punch that hurts you, and you know, God forbid you get hurt and you can't spend good quality time with your family.
Former world and financial uncertainties. He revealed that negotiations were hampered by middlemen bout in the United Arab Emirates. Khan stated, the fight didn't happen because they needed more time. This lack of secured funding ultimately led to the collapse of the match. Despite these, Bob Arum said that the investors in Dubai, or wherever, UAE, and unfulfilled promises from investors, particularly concerning a proposed mega fight between the two stars. According to Khan, the fight reflect on his own near miss with Pacquiao in what would have been a fight fell through due to a combination of contractual complications. I don't have the love for boxing.
It's a very contentious subject, like, you know, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like, we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older. So, you know, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably not.
Do you think it's strange that he's coming off the couch and getting a title fight like that?
I think when you've achieved what he's achieved, you've always got the right to do things a little bit differently to others. And with all due respect, Barrios is not Boots, and Barrios is not Crawford. You know, and that's why, you know, we pushed the Conor Benn fight. Conor Benn, like, his best win is against Algieri or Van Heerden. So actually, Pacquiao is a step up. You know, and people were still complaining at me for mentioning that fight, like Conor Benn is Boots. You know, but he still hasn't had those wins yet. So, you know, I like to see great fighters just slowly fade out of the sport, but also at the same time, if they feel good, if they feel they can be competitive, and there's a lot of money to be made, I also get it.
Tyson described Inoue as vicious, emphasizing his former Inoue, known as the Monster, has an impeccable record, having won world titles in 4 weight classes and becoming the undisputed champion in both bantamweight, the champion in my eyes. This perspective highlights Crawford's focus on unit titles are considered true champions in his eyes. Crawford stated, he's not a champion in my eyes. He don't have being a legitimate champion in his view. He emphasizes that only holders of the super contends that Pacquiao's possession of the WBA regular welterweight title does not equate to merely due to the nature of Pacquiao's championship titles. Pacquiao's standing among the top pound-for-pound fighters. Prime perspective adds to the ongoing debate about the greatest pound-for-pound boxers in history. Such testing. Crawford stated, that's me personally for the simple fact Floyd made it a point for him to do the blood test. He didn't want to do the blood test. But then, when Pacquiao's knockout power diminished, after he agreed, he referenced Pacquiao's initial reluctance to dominance in the sport. While Pacquiao's achievements include...
Manny's a generational, talented fighter, but I don't feel like, you know, he did it on his own.
I don't think Pacquiao took steroids. Really, the Mayweathers questioned it and drilled him on it. And that made people pick a side. I can't say that means Pacquiao was on something. And the reason why is because Pacquiao may have been the most tested fighter of all time. He never failed a test. Floyd did. So you're talking about a situation where now you're just saying he's so good that he must be on something. But number 2, Crawford said Pacquiao was knocking everybody out until he took the test. That was a damn lie. Pacquiao power went down after he went up. Pacquiao didn't knock out anybody at welterweight. That had nothing to do with the test. He went up and he ain't knocked anyone out at welterweight. He knocked out Ricky Hatton. That was at 140. Floyd knocked out Ricky Hatton. So that doesn't say that Pacquiao had steroid power. He wasn't knocking out anybody. Yeah, he was beating him up.
Boxing
Mike Tyson
achievements.
once said that
Pacquiao
now
has been a
knowing
significant
might be
figure in
even
public
better
service.
than Manny
He
Pacquiao.
served as a senator
On
gratitude
his
upon the
podcast,
announcement, stating,
Tyson
"I
called
am
the no
so,"
inhibitions
during which he
and praised
amassed a
his
record of
powerful,
62
clean style,
in Canastota,
known
New
as
York.
the Monster.
Pacquiao's
Has won
illustrious
world
career
titles
spanned
in
from
three
his
divisions
first year of
and became the
eligibility.
undisputed champ at
Pacquiao will
both
be honored
bantamweight
during the
and
Hall of
super
Fame
bantamweight.
induction
With a
weekend,
90%
scheduled for
knockout
June
rate,
5th. 8
he's
different
seen as
weight
one of
divisions,
boxing's most
ranging from
dangerous fighters.
flyweight presidency
While Pacquiao's
in the
8 division
2022
titles are
elections.
historic,
At 40, that
Tyson's
lifted
view
him from
shows how highly
poverty
some
and
rate
allowed
in
him
skill
to inspire
and
others.
undefeated
He
record.
stated, "It is
Meanwhile,
difficult for me to his
Terrence
limitations."
Crawford
Despite
has
his
his own
passion
doubts
for
about
boxing,
Pacquiao's
he
place among the
recognized the
all-time
need to
greats.
prioritize his
He pointed
health
out that
and bold and
Pacquiao held the
historic move in his
WBA regular
illustrious
welterweight
career.
title.
Despite
Not the
being
more respected
significantly
super version,
smaller,
and said,
standing half a
"He's not
foot
a
shorter
champion in my
and weighing
eyes."
17
Crawford
speed and
values
skill to
unified and
dominate the
undisputed
bout. He weighed in
champions
at
and doesn't see
144
Pacquiao as
points,
one.
rated
On
to
the
approximately
pound-for-pound podcast,
148
Crawford also
pounds by
mentioned the fight
150-pound
controversy over
catchweight
drug
limit
testing when
and
Pacquiao was in
rehydrated
box.
night, while
To fight
Margarito
Mayweather.
likely entered the
He
ring
noted
at
that
around
after
165
Pacquiao agreed to
pounds.
stricter
In a
testing,
post-fight
he stopped
reflection,
scoring knockouts.
Pacquiao admitted
This
the
adds to
physical
the debate
toll the
about
match took,
Pacquiao's
but also
career and
solidified
how it
his
should be
status
remembered.
as the
2015, you remember that one. Pacquiao is now planning to run for president in his native Philippines this upcoming May. But Shannon, how will you remember Manny as a boxer?
Historically great fighter.
Good for you.
The only fighter to win 8 world titles. I mean, he started out boxing, he was 106 pounds, won a title at, I think, 112, and went all the way up to
108 first.
Went all the way up to 154.
It's impossible. It's just...
I feel very comfortable and said I don't believe we'll ever see that again, Skip.
We'll never see it again.
And it wasn't like he was fighting bums. When you go back and look at Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales and Oscar Larios and De La Hoya and Hatton and Cotto, Margarita, Mosley, Timothy Bradley, Mayweather, Skip. I mean, what do you got to say? He was a champion in 4 different decades.
Yep.
Fighter of the year. First ballot Hall of Fame. He's great.